Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Alright, so here's today's in today's class we got T.I and his son King. It's fucked up when you name your son King in reference to you being king. And that's basically like Junior or whatever the case may be. I mean, you had high hopes for that seed. Then you got what King saying, after the show, he went straight to grandma's house. He was really in the field. He wasn't with his pop like that. So he feeling like the black sheep of the family. However, you never disrespect your father. Have I done it? In a way. Because you carrying a torch that represent your family or your parents every time you leave the house. So, with that being said, you just never do that. I mean, especially if you got a father with a household name like that, because just his choice of words is what bothered me. Like, don't get me wrong, I done seen fathers and sons go through it, but his choice of words like really ruffled my feathers. I didn't get a kick out of that. I don't like it. It was disgraceful, and I think that he should be held accountable. I think Tip should definitely like I was saying, I think Tip should definitely take back the cars, whatever the case may be. If you man enough to tell me you stand on business and you know me and da 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 da, I'm man enough to take everything I ever did and gave you. I'm sorry, and I'm not even that type of person. But when you got a son, like I got a son, my son 11, I will be so hurt. He's a junior too, so I can only imagine, especially if I gotta be the one to have to show you ain't gangster, I'm gonna be hurt because I shouldn't be the one. If you so gangster, somebody in the streets should be the one, that had to pull your coat, not me. But would I do it? Yes, because I'm trying to save him. T.I, all he was doing was telling his son, come on, man, you was basically raised in a good household. Instead of his son saying, well, yeah, I was, but I'm still my own man. It's different ways you could have went about that. He went haywire. Oh, I stand on business. I used to be in the bandos. Da, da, da. Just talking like a young boy. It's just distasteful. Then to do that at a Atlanta Falcons game, and T.I did so much. He do so much for the community, especially in Atlanta. I mean, it's just nasty. That whole situation nasty. I hate to really even touch on it, but my whole thing is, I see with this media stuff, you gotta, speak on certain things. Now, with his mom, a lot of that could be, even with his dad, one of the both they let that get too far with him, cause he should have been checked a long time ago. Maybe he wouldn't had so much testosterone built up or something. Because young boy been smelling himself when he did the shit with the Waffle House and when he did our shit with Charleston White and talking about how he gonna do shit to Charleston, who's a senior citizen, and who play with the police. I mean, if you gangster, you certain things you should know that you just don't do. I mean, a lot of this, and I say that because a lot of these rappers do that too. At the end of the day, y'all say y'all gangsters and all that, y'all know code or whatever the case may be, but then y'all run to the internet. I don't get it. I never done it. Have I been in situations? Yes. Have I brought it to the internet? Never. And I never will. I won't even do that to build a channel. I could do shit that Aunt Glizzy doing, telling stories with some of your favorite celebrities. I can tell all types of stories, man. My dad was a kingpin. I can tell you some stories. Am I gonna sit here and do that? No. But one day I gotta do it because it's my story. You know what I'm saying? But I say that to say, Will, Will, like, you got that crackhead cousin. Like, but nah, I mean, that whole situation nasty though, man. I hope they get it together. I pray they get it together, just from the simple fact that it's a father and son relationship. Um, I don't agree what he did to his mom, pushing her to get to the dad. It's just a whole bunch of no-nos he did, like. But on the flip side, let's look at it on the flip side, because there's always a flip side, and I do want to say this. If he wasn't really around them, and if Tip ain't really do for him as much as he did for others, and they really don't got a report like that, and we just don't know that. I mean, there's always another side to a story. That young man could just have trauma of dealing with a celebrity, having a father of the likes of like T.I, and just the pressure, and that could have got built up to the point to where he feel like he gotta prove himself, because at the end of the day, T.I has some big shoes to fill. I mean, there's a flip side to all this, but it still don't give you the right to disrespect your parents. But you cannot fuck with your parent to a certain degree, but you ain't gotta say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you and your parent will know it, but then you ain't gotta say it or broadcast it. That's the only thing I agree that he did wrong. Because even if he felt like that, or that's what was going on, he ain't had to do that there. You get what I'm saying? He could have did that at the house. But at the end of the day, we don't know. So at the end of the day, we just reporting us and giving our opinions. But opinion is like a bunghole. Everybody got one of those. You know what I mean? But I hope they get it together once again, man. T.I, I can't say I blame you, but you gotta bring the young boy off the high horse. It's time to take everything back. Make him see what the... Listen, man. Like I said, my dad's the kingpin. He could have my life. Listen, I promise him, he wish that he had his life back if we was to switch shoes. He don't know what he doing. Like, he's young and dumb and full of cum. That's all that is. Like, I'm telling you, everybody want to be so gangster and so hood. Y'all can have this shit. Y'all can have all of that. I'm in the gutty now. Look, some weenies and everything around. I'll take the suburban life all day long. Give it to me. You know what I mean? Give me the suburban life all day long. But that's all I really got to say about that on that topic, you know. We're gonna see what's next on the agenda. I'm gonna be making more videos. Like, comment, subscribe. That's another thing. I gotta keep saying that. I'll be forgetting because I'm not a person that do this internet. So forgive me. Just because I don't say it don't mean I can't use it or I don't want it. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Show me love. I'm gonna show love back. You know, I'm out.